Breaking news. A ban on Russian athletes has been called for by Germany's interior minister. If Russian athletes are reinstated to international competitions, they will be barred from entering Germany. On Monday, German Interior Minister Nancy Faeser said that new visa rules were being implemented. The politician made the comments to the newspapers owned by the Funk Medien Group. Countries where major sporting events take place are not powerless, he said. IOC President Thomas Bach of Germany has recently proposed welcoming Russian and Belarusian athletes back into competitions as neutrals. One requirement is that the athletes have no ties to the military or security agencies and do not actively support the war. Russia's ongoing war on Kyiv, which has devastated large swaths of Ukraine and led to mass deaths and displacements, has been aided by Belarus, a close ally of Russia, despite the fact that Belarus is not a direct party to the war, which began over a year ago. The International Equestrian Federation has recently followed the lead of the International Association of Athletics Federations in barring competitors from Russia and Belarus from competitions. World Gymnastics Federation President and Japanese national Morinari Watanabe has publicly advocated for their readmission and stated his organization's position on the matter in May. Readmission is backed by the International Wrestling Federation as well. However, Germany's interior minister is keen to keep the ban in place. Faeser argued that giving Putin, a warmonger, a propaganda platform would go against everything that sports stands for. She went on to say that it was completely unacceptable for Ukrainian athletes to compete against those from a country that was responsible for the deaths of so many Ukrainian civilians. Nonetheless, Faeser denied that Germany would skip the 2024 Olympics in Paris. She argued that harming national athletes who have trained hard for a long time would be counterproductive. However, the Ukrainian government has mandated that its country's athletes not compete in any event in which Russian or Belarusian competitors are present, including the 2024 Olympic qualifying events. On Monday, as Russia launched another round of missile strikes against Ukraine, Richard Branson met with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky. In a meeting with the President of Ukraine in Kyiv, Virgin's billionaire founder, Richard Branson, was appointed as an ambassador for United 24, the country's official fundraising platform. Mr. Zelensky is heard telling the businessman in a video of their meeting, "It is very important that famous and influential personalities keep joining this platform." Russia's war in Ukraine has been going on for over a year, and one of our main goals is to keep international attention on it. Mr. Branson told Mr. Zelensky that he had visited Lviv, in western Ukraine, on his way to Kyiv, and that while there, he had met soldiers who had lost limbs in the conflict. "We talked to a few of the soldiers," he said. "One had lost both arms and legs but was upbeat and eager to return to the fight." In Bucha, the site of Russian war crimes during the invasion, Mr. Branson and American philanthropist Howard Buffett supported the construction of a new kitchen to feed children in educational facilities during his time in Ukraine. Residents of Bucha, Borodyanka, and Nemishivo will be the primary beneficiaries of the kitchen services. The founder of Virgin Galactic was in attendance at a kitchen event alongside Olena Zelenska, the First Lady of Ukraine, and Anatoly Fedorik, the mayor of Bucha, Ukraine. "More than 10,000 hot meals will be prepared here daily for our children," Mayor Fedorik said via Telegram. With Mr. Howard's help, a second factory like it will be constructed in the Kharkiv area. After meeting Zelensky in June, Mr. Branson has now been confirmed to have visited Ukraine twice since Russia's invasion in February of last year. He described his visit to the destruction caused by the Russian invasion as humbling and emotional in a letter posted on his website at the time. Russia increased its attacks on frontline cities in eastern Ukraine on Monday, coinciding with the arrival of the latest visitors. Kyiv claims that Putin's forces have been launching airstrikes and artillery barrages at Ukrainian positions near the city of Bakhmut in the eastern Donetsk region. The enemy, originating in Syria, has shifted to scorched earth tactics. Colonel General Alexander Syrsky, commander of Ukraine's ground forces, said that Bakhmut is destroying buildings and positions with airstrikes and artillery fire. Donetsk, a small and now mostly destroyed city on the outskirts of Russian-controlled territory, has been the war's primary battlefield for months.